If you like to talk about the hypocrisy of Jehovah Witnesses and Watchtower, this is a place for you. Please subscribe and turn on notifications, and with that being said, let's get started. Alright, good morning guys. This is an unexpected video, but this is something that we have been waiting for, and it is finally here. We have a law firm which is going to be going after Watchtower. So what I've been asked by this team is that they're asking for my channel and any other channel to start talking about this, letting people know about it, so that you can start filling out the documentation and that you can go after the individuals who had hurt you. So I want to kind of talk about what's going on and what this lawsuit is. I will read off, or I will have this play off the documentation. I want to let you guys know right now, I don't know how to get the documents to you guys, to be honest with you. I'm going to link them in the description of this video, but unfortunately, I don't know how to do that currently at the moment. It will take me a couple of days to get that information ready for you guys, but at least we can start getting it out there. I'm going to give you the web page, everything that I can, so you guys can start getting your lawsuit ready. So I will explain the best that I can about what's going on, but let me tell you that I just found this information out. I haven't even had a chance to talk to my individual who is involved in this. They haven't been able to inform me exactly what's going on, but I will give you what I do know. So at the very end here, okay, so Travis R. Walker, PA, is going after the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses, and he is bringing a class action lawsuit is what they're trying to do against Watchtower for the abuse against children. So if you want to get justice, if you want to do something about Watchtower, this is the best opportunity we have ever had. All right, so I'll give you what little information I do have is this firm has worked with the current administration before. So they're a very, very qualified, very, very good investigation team. There's a large team behind this, and they're going after Watchtower, Mormons, and other churches that are hiding CSA, abusing children, and basically are protecting pedophiles using the different laws and places that we have. So the first question is, if you're like me and you live in Arizona where you have a statute of limitations law, what keeps you from being able to do anything currently, that's not really going to be a factor. So what this is going to do is, this is looking at them as like basically an international human trafficking organization and can bypass this. So if you're worried about that, and it will state this in the documentation, there's 3 documents. The first one will tell you about it, and then the other 2 is telling your experience and giving permission for the firm to use you. And I forgot what the third form does, but they're basically like release of information kind of thing. So like I said, guys, this video is just being thrown together. I apologize for the quality, but I will be doing more about this when I get more information. But for the time being, I want you to know that this is a real firm, a real investigation team that has worked with President Donald Trump before. This is absolutely huge. If this can take momentum and start getting out there and this ends up doing something, we are talking about major exposure for the organization. This is the best opportunity I have seen in a while. So I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I know that I've told you about certain people I work with and things of that nature I don't really talk about. I'm gonna tell you right now, the individuals that I work with that I don't talk about, they're the ones that are helping to do this. So I know the people behind this. I can vouch for them. and I am asking for your help. If you can get this going, I've already done Jimmy's. Jimmy's thing is doing his thing. That's great. This is a chance for victims to actually get heard in the court system. This is a chance for us to possibly get a class action lawsuit against them. Maybe you can get a grand jury investigation going. There's a lot of things going on. We know we have one in Pennsylvania already. Guys, we cannot slow down on the momentum against Watchtower. We've got to hit them hard. We've got to hit them fast.
More options. 2 confidential. Ecumenical lawsuit introduction. A healing opportunity for XJW, XLDS, and other cult communities. Our group of advocates is working with a team of private investigators who are presenting their findings to prosecutors to proceed with criminal and civil lawsuits against organized cults who have injured children and adults through trafficking, CSA, SRA, human rights violations, etc. Criminal lawsuit. The investigators have already gathered enough evidence to proceed with these cases but want to include everyone's testimony and make this a landmark case that will result in needed changes to our laws in the future. The investigators' goal is to include a minimum of 1,000 testimonies to the prosecutors for each cult group. We believe this is a modest goal, but there is a short timeline, so it is urgent. Civil lawsuits. The group is also opening the opportunity for civil cases, and many survivors will be able to pursue this form of justice. The attorneys plan to begin cases with the Watchtower, then LDS, and so on. Child trafficking cases without a statute of limitations may apply to a great many cases. What advocates can do. Our first objective is to find support in the EXJW and EXLDS communities. Other cult groups will follow, so there is no harm in getting a head start. This is a challenging task on a short timeline, so we need many individuals or groups to come forward, advocates who have a platform of any size and can spread the message about these actions to several survivors are advantageous. What survivors need to do. Anyone can submit their testimonies to investigators by completing the standardized Petition for Redress Questionnaire, specific to their institution, i.e., JW, LDS, etc. In addition, for those wanting to participate in the class action lawsuit, the standardized attorney-client intake form will need filled out and submitted separately. Forms are available for download at www.worldorganizationwelfare.org. Returning the forms, your completed testimonies are mailed to one of the addresses at the end of the forms. The first form is for the investigators of the criminal case and is sent to a dedicated P.O. box. The form must be signed to be admissible evidence, and all submittals are confidential unless explicit approval otherwise is given. The second client intake form will be sent directly to the class action civil attorney's home office, and their office will contact you directly about your legal case. More information. We want to reach all survivors who would like to complete the investigation and attorney-client intake forms. Anyone injured can take part in the lawsuit and can remain anonymous if desired. Even if you witnessed the crime, and were not the victim, the investigators want to hear your testimony. Please direct any questions through the website listed below. We will answer all or put you in direct contact with the investigators or attorneys if needed. Lastly, we do recognize this will open wounds in a lot of us, but hopefully it may also help close some of those wounds when justice is served. We thank you in advance for your bravery as survivors and advocates. Your voice matters and it is time for justice. Best regards, Stephanie Lynn Carson, Star Paul, and Shannon Simon Dinger, advocates for ecumenical justice. www.worldorganizationwelfare.org. Page 1 of 1. Handwriting mode. Watchtower Petition for Redress Questionnaire, changing culture with one story of all of us. As survivors of childhood sexual abuse, we are being given a unique opportunity to enact real change with meaning. There are plans to petition our lawmakers on a federal level to close the loophole in the mandatory reporting law that allow the crimes committed against us as children to remain unpunished. Currently, there is a team of private investigators as well as detectives and prosecutors attempting to assemble a clear case of how these crimes are systematically hidden by religious organizations, with a current focus on survivors from within the Watchtower organization, so they can be brought to justice. Investigators are asking cult survivors from a variety of religious backgrounds willing to step forward to write and hand sign their unique testimonies that can in turn be used for the purpose of that will be presented to the prosecution. We are looking for testimony from both within the United States and beyond. These criminal syndicates operate on a global scale and must face global prosecution. If you are willing to share your testimony of triumph, please follow the guidelines set by the investigative team and ensure your letter contains all the following. 1. Clarity is particularly important. So less is more. This can be as much or as little as you are willing to share. At the bare minimum, enough for a detective or attorney to be able to contact you for a follow-up. 2. Full name of victim, person reporting the crimes. The statute of limitations is irrelevant to the purposes of this campaign. Questionnaire completion. We are committed to your confidentiality and your personal information will remain anonymous unless you provide explicit written approval to disclose information contained herein. Your information will be used to create a database to be used for an ongoing criminal investigation into the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, herein referred to as the Watchtower, along with its associated or affiliate legal entities. Detectives or attorneys may want to contact you and will need your name and contact information for that purpose only. The form must be signed to be used in the legal database. Please complete all sections and sign the last page of your testimony. You may provide additional details relevant to the case in the section provided or attach additional pages and relevant documentation. Clarity is important but graphic details are not requested. Printed name, phone, address. 1. Are you the survivor of a crimes committed within or by the Watchtower? Always please state the crimes. Oh no, if no, please state the crimes and explain your relationship to the victim. 2. Date or range of dates when the crimes occurred. 3. Date or range of dates when the crimes were reported to the Watchtower representatives and they chose to hide the crimes or strongly discouraged involvement with outside authorities. Page 1 of 4. 2. Confidential. 4. Age or range of ages when the crimes occurred. 5. County, state, country where the crimes occurred. To victims of sexual assault by church members. Confidential attorney-client privileged intake form. This questionnaire is designed to gather information about your experience to determine how we can assist you. Please provide as much detail as you feel comfortable sharing in the space provided. If you experienced multiple incidents of abuse, you do not need to document each separately, just describe the pattern as a whole at this time. Religious denomination or other institution. Personal information. 1. Full name. 2. Date of birth. 3. Current address. 4. Phone number. 5. Email. Incident details. 6. Locations of abuse. Kingdom Hall, temple, church, private residence, congregation event, etc. 7. Date or approximate time frame of abuse. 8. Your age at the time of abuse. 9. Were you a baptized member of Jehovah's Witnesses at the time? Yes, no. 10. Were you a publisher, pioneer, or in any leadership role within the congregation? Yes, no. Page 1 of 4. 001. 3. Perpetrator information. 11. Names of church members involved. 12. Their roles in the church: elder, ministerial servant, pioneer, regular member, etc.
Okay, so the first document that we heard was their plan. The second one that we're hearing is the redressing and the wanting to speak to legislation about removing the Clergy Penance Act that allows them to do what they do. And then the last form is giving the agency the permission to represent you against Watchtower. So if you guys understand what's going on here, there's a lot of information to throw at you guys. It is pretty complicated. This organization is going after Watchtower for human trafficking. That is what they're focusing on. They're human trafficking. They're hiding it. How they've created a monopoly within their system in order to do what they do to children and how they control it. So they have the elder system, which they use to intimidate victims so they don't talk about it, and then they let other elders molest children and other people. Now, I want you guys to understand this behavior pattern, okay, is common in a lot of religions. So Watchtower isn't the only target. It's just Watchtower is the first target. Let's get them, man. Let's get them. So I'm doing this, like I said. I told you guys I'm not going to be making videos about Jehovah's Witnesses unless something really big is happening. This is absolutely huge. So I'm going to be making videos about this. I'm going to stop. I'm coming out of the woodwork. I'm coming back. I'm not going to be videos about JW belief systems. Videos that are going to be coming out are going to be about this, and they're going to be about Jimmy and his team and what they're doing and any updates and stuff I get. That is my goal. This is what I want to do. I'm doing this. I'm going to be filling out this information this week. Hopefully within the next day or two, I can get this information done, sent out. I got one more thing to share with you guys. Now, the link that is in the description, you're going to see this. So this is the World Organization Welfare. This is the team that's doing this. They're setting up a website for victims of abuse, so they can go ahead and fill this out. Documentation should be on their webpage, as well as what we have to give to you guys, and you can do it that way too. The website is not fully operational yet. It looks like it should be operational within the next couple of days if things work out as planned. So as soon as it gets operational, I'm told more information, I will be giving you guys everything that I know. Now, I'm going to ask you, remember, you don't have to be a victim to fill this out, but if you know somebody who's been victimized, you can represent them in this as well without their permission. So it's really, 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 really important that you guys know this. So for an example, my name is Bo Benson. I was victimized by Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay? There's a girl named Amanda that I knew who was also victimized. There's a girl named Jennifer, which was also victimized. I have a ex-elder's daughter who I'm not going to say their name because they're asking me not to, but they were victimized. I'm going to reach out to their father, let their father know. His son was also abused. So the list goes on and on and on. Now, personally, I've heard at least 1,000 different cases just hearing from people over the years doing this. Personally, people I know, I think The number is almost 30 now, of 30 people that I know growing up with that were associated with one Kingdom Hall or another, that this same exact thing happened. So this is not some accident. This is not some, oh, world and everyone's just bad. This is not a normal behavior. This is a Jehovah Witness behavior. This is a Watchtower behavior, because they're very, very sick degenerates. And we need to do something, because if you don't do anything about this, then nothing's ever going to be done. This is your opportunity to do something and to get justice for yourself, the people in the past, and the future. Let's do it, guys. I need you. All aboard, everybody. Jump aboard. Here we go.